And I found that end of the year, many parents used to come to me for loan. For me, it's a good business because if I lend, I get
interest.
But I found that why should they take a loan unnecessarily? They could as well make the children save something for their books. As Dr. C.K. Prahlad, the great management guru said, there is wealth at the bottom of the economic pyramid. You know, in less than a year, they saved more than ₹1 lakh. And not only that, with that they went back to Bijapur. They bought about 10 acres of land and they installed an irrigation pump set. So while they were working here, the family was earning with a better agricultural output. Police, Enforcement Directorate, Reserve Bank never contact you on the mobile.
Yes.
So don't click on any links on the mobile.
Yes.
Go to the branch, take the help and do those things. Never make investments on the basis of a mobile call. Your money, today we have got a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
But we have to be careful.
Yes.
Because just as we are also anxious to, have good returns, there are enough people to want to earn without working.
Yes.
So they come out with fantastic ideas how to cheat people.
Yes.
So you have to be very cautious.
Hello everyone, welcome you all to our Finance Chapels podcast. In our podcast, we are discussing about topics related to finance and we discuss success stories where our viewers can take inputs from these podcasts and bring a transformation in their life. In today's podcast, we explore journeys of leadership, transformation and impact. Today, we are honored to host a visionary from the Indian banking landscape, someone who has seen the evolution of finance, leadership and rural development firsthand. Mr. Alan C.A. Pereira. He is a former chairman and managing director of Bank of Maharashtra and was the director of National Institute of Bank Management. Over 33 years with the Syndicate Bank and multiple high-impact roles with RBI, Indian Banks Association and global fintech companies. His legacy is built on integrity, insight and innovation. In this episode, we dwell into his personal journey, his thoughts on how banking in India has transformed and what the future holds for the sector. Mr. Alan Pereira, welcome you for this our Finance Chapels podcast.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations in your 33 years of career. Even after that, you have stepped into various roles in one bank, but in various roles. After the retirement also, you didn't kept quiet. That is a very interesting thing. You were a part of RBI, you were a part of fintech company, and still you are giving back to society through your knowledge. I'm really truly admire for that because I always see in my videos and my community, even after retirement, don't keep your knowledge there itself. You have to share the knowledge to the society. So that is what you are doing. Thank you so much for doing that.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now I want to ask a question like you were grown up in a different level. What made you to enter into banking sector? Was there any motivation or somebody has pushed you to the banking sector because it was a safe and a secured job? What is it?
Yeah, I went into banking by accident.
Oh, okay.
Because I did my post-graduation in School of Social Work, Roshnilaya. I specialized in labor and industrial organization.
Okay.
So I had applied through this professional employment exchange in Bangalore for personnel officer's post in one of the public sector steel industries.
Okay.
I was selected, but then it involved 2 years of training or probation. At the end of the 2 years again, they will make a selection.
Okay.
So I went there and was about to join, it was in Karnataka. So I got reliable information that there are already candidates who had political backing and that while getting into for the probationary or training period is okay, but at the end of the 2 year, there could be a problem that I may not be selected.
Okay.
At the same time, there was advertisement from Syndicate Bank for the post of personnel officers. And then, for your information, I started an account with Syndicate Bank at the age of 10.
Wow.
That time, the bank was very customer friendly. So they had come out with a beautiful, I remember, steel grey brochure with a very nicely drawn elephant with a hole on its back and a very shining 1 paise copper coin.
Okay.
And the tag was, you put 4 rupees, we put 1 rupee, and it becomes 5 rupees. So we children at that age is what fascinating. So I told my mother, and she said, yes, I'll give 4 rupees. For that time, 4 rupees was the entire 1 year's bus fare.
Yeah.
I was a student of St. Aloysius. So then I said, fine, I will start. So I went to Kulshekar branch and opened an account. And they're very proactive. Later on, I found that, there's interest, how to make it more. So that time from Kulshekar to St. Aloysius, the bus fares were around 20 paise or something. Then I found that if you walk certain distance, you save 5 paise. If you walk further distance, you save 10 paise. And I had a very active sister, so she also opened an account. So there was a huge competition between us. Who saves more? Okay. She saved and she kept it tight. But I was a spendthrift on books. But anyway, my mother said, if you have to earn your money for your books, you can't buy simply as well. So I said, fine. So I used to walk in the morning, start early, walk half the distance, sometimes 3-4 distance, evening walk back almost 3-4 distance. So in a year, I saved pretty big amount. But that exactly didn't make me go to the bank. But this particular incident, I said, okay, let me go to the bank since it is close by and I'm already known the bank. So that's how I entered Syndicate Bank. And after that, there was no looking back. So after working in the personal administration for almost 8 to 9 years, I felt that I should not stick to a specialized position. I found that the field, especially branch banking, knowledge is very important. If you especially want to go higher up. So I pleaded with my senior management, why don't you give me a posting? So they gave me a choice between rural posting and somewhere in Mulki, Kinnegori. But I realized that if I take my posting in my own native place, there will be a lot of pressures. Especially when it comes to credit. So I said I prefer a faraway place. So they gave me a place called Agasaim in Goa. It is traveled from Madgaon to Panjim via Kortale. So that time, Gammon India was building a bridge across Zuari. It's basically fishing village. The population was predominantly fishermen, NRIs, agriculturists. So I said, fine. My residence was in Panjim, so I had to drive my scooter 17 kilometers each way. But I still said, so there I learned a lot of the essence of banking. And more importantly, I learned a very good lesson that strictly there is no poverty. It all depends upon how we are able to make the people understand how they can plan their income, their expenditure. Of course, you can build up a savings. Because the important incident that triggered me was my manager's cabin was facing a school. Florence School. So every day, thousands of children would come out during interval, attracted by the bell of the ice cream man. And in 10 minutes, 3-4 ice cream fellows used to come, everything will be empty. So my estimate was that even at 20 paise or 10 paise at that time, at least 1,000 rupees would have been spent every day. So per month, 30 to 40,000 was being spent in 15 minutes, for ice cream or chocolates. And I found that end of the year, many parents used to come to me for loan. For me, it's a good business because if I lend, I get interest. But I found that why should they take a loan unnecessarily? They could as well make the children save something for their books. So I had a very enthusiastic staff. So 2 or 3 of them said, we'll make a campaign. So we said, fine. So how to convince the children and make them attractive? So we use huge posters with multiplication table. 2 into 3 or 5 into 2 or 5 into 12, 60, 5 into, like that. So we built up, if you start saving 5 rupees per month, which we knew is not impossible for them. Maybe by the time they are in 12th standard, if they start at 1st standard, they would have saved fairly substantial amount. And to our surprise, the demand was so much. First we started only from 6th onwards. But the demand came from the parents and the student. Even the first standard should be allowed to open account. Our problem was in those days, the bank counters were very high. There was no computerization, it was all mechanical, manual. So they would not be able to look in and see what's happening. So we specifically cut one of the counters into half and we put a empathetic lady staff there and we kept a ball of chocolates. So we made it a point that twice a month we give exclusive time for the children.
Wow.
And there will be a huge crowd in the branch. The most important thing was in less than 3 to 4 months, these children saved more than 40,000 rupees.
Wow. This is in which area, which year?
1980.
Oh, I am not at born at that
Yeah,
time.
1980, 40,000 was like 40 lakhs.
Correct.
So that made me realize that there is plenty of money.
Correct.
All of them were not very rich.
Yeah.
So I realized that that was, and because of the children, every household in the village opened a bank account.
Correct.
And then we had an issue of these fishermen, finding 3 to 4 months no fishing business, coming to borrow and raising loans. So we said when the fishing is very good, you open a particular account, a recurring deposit. Non-fishing season, you can take a loan on that, 80%, and caught up with them. And in about a couple of months' time, they not only saved, they formed a small group where each of them offered as a guarantor for each other's loan, and they started buying fishing nets or fishing boats, canoes under a joint lending program. So these two are very important events where I realized that especially if the bankers can go out of their office and meet people and explain to them the intricacies of banking, which is not very complicated.
Correct.
As Dr. C.K. Prahlad, the great management guru, said, there is wealth at the bottom of the economic pyramid.
Yes.
So that was that. And I learned that nobody is too small for a bank.
Correct.
Number one. Number two is a banker should serve to grow and grow to serve. That was a tagline of one of the public sector banks, and I still remember it. Serving to grow. When you serve, naturally even the people's trust and appreciation, they come and deal with you.
Yes.
You grow.
Yes.
After you grow also, you should continue to serve. Again you grow.
Yes.
So it's a big cycle. Serving to grow and growing to serve. That was two important things I learned. And the second was that bankers should have the humility and the passion to go and serve all sections of people, not just any particular section. So that was two things. So this has been my motto throughout my career. And Dr. T.M. Pai, the great visionary of banking, I would say that globally, he was the first man to start financial inclusion.
Correct.
Even before Professor Muhammad Yunus did in Bangladesh, because many of the people in South Canada and would people remember that there was a pigment deposit scheme where you did not have to go to the bank. The agent come, collect, give you a receipt, and I know, when I was after about 10 years in service, I remember that there were pygmy agents who were earning more than the general manager of the bank.
What?
By commission. And some of them, especially in Gujarat, had already started computerizing their dealings. The bank had not yet fully computerized, though Syndicate Bank was a pioneer in computerization way back in 1979-80 for payroll purposes. But in transactions concerned, no bank had computerized, but the pygmy agents in Gujarat, some of them were earning more than ₹1 lakh in commission only.
Wow.
So that was my initial when I joined.
That was an interesting story. I think even in your life journey where it has started in banking, you have explored or you have explained that how you have started saving money at the age of 10. I think this is what we have to teach to our children. Okay, now how Alan has went to his mom and said that, see, this is a thing, and mom has supported, right? Now you imagine, we are living in today's world. I think it is 30-40 years back which you have, not even more than 40, right? Okay, you said 19 years.
I'm 75 now.
Wow, you're 75 now. You said 60 years back, you have started that journey. And that means today there is a lot of opportunities and people have a lot of money as well today. But the problem here is only parents are managing money. And anyway, in school, they are teaching only the basics of like profit loss or like banking, what is bank, that is it. But how to save money, how to invest money, that concept somewhere we are not teaching. And we think that normally like, okay, if I teach, okay, maybe children may like end up losing the money and all. So they don't bother to teach that concept. I think that is the reason I always say financial literacy is important.
Starts in the home. Financial literacy and discipline starts in the home with the children.
Correct.
Because in Manipal, when I was at official quarters, we had a huge courtyard and a lot of grass used to grow.
Okay.
And my children were at that time, one was in the second or third standard, one was in first standard. So we used to encourage them to do some household chores and take responsibility. So one day I told them, why should I engage somebody and I'll give you a nice scissor, both of you trim the grass.
Okay.
So my daughter was an activist. So she told the brothers, he has to pay as well. So I said, okay, you open a bank account.
Correct.
So we opened a bank account for both of them. And for everyday grass cutting, I used to pay them 1 rupee.
Okay.
So they accumulated a lot of money.
Yes.
So they never bothered. But when they completed high school and I gave them the big packet, they said, Daddy, it's surprising. The daughter used to say, we should have made a strike and earn more. Because in my office was close by. Regularly there is to be Jindabad shouting by the unions, asking for more. So she should tell the brother, after some time we should also ask for more. But I said, okay, if they are doing work. So point is, at young age, children learn the value of money.
Yes.
Not that they should be crazy about money,
Correct.
but money has got its own values. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, I have a similar story like where I always tell my children, I have 2 boys. I always tell them like you have to do these activities, and I made a list also like every day these are the activities you have to do. If you do this carries 10 rupees, this carries 10 rupees. So and then I calculate them and give total per month like how much you earn.
Yeah, right.
And now recently I have opened their account as well, and I have transferred the money there also. So my elder son always says, I had 3,000 rupees but you kept it in bank. I don't have anything in my hand now. So I always say that, okay, you earn more so that we'll give
Yeah,
that
yeah.
money.
See, in that Goa experiment, I observed that the children were not so much about the chocolates laying there.
Correct.
After depositing the money, and they wanted to write the credit slip themselves. We had put a staff, but they said, no, we want to write. Then once the book is entered, they'll have groups. They'll compare who is richer by, and that was the motivation. So I am richer than her, or he is richer than me. So next month they'll consume less chocolates, less ice cream, more money for into the recurring deposit or receiving deposit. I mean, it was a healthy competition.
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, I had another experience. I will just narrate it first. So, I had my branch, we had a account holder was a transport operator. Used to get a lot of goods from outside, and loading and unloading was taking place in Panjim.
Yeah.
And all the loaders and unloaders were from Bijapur and the interiors of Karnataka. So I used to go to that road lines because they had a credit facility. Sometimes when they were delayed the payments, I used to go and remind them. I saw them, so I had a conversation with them, and I found that they were earning a huge amount, but none of them had access to banking. So I found then brothers, there are 4 brothers, all their money was jammed into plastic bags. And they used to send money to their home place. They used to send money through their friends to the native place. They wouldn't know how much has reached, in what time. They'll only wait till the people wrote to them a letter, we have received so much of money. In case somebody ran away, so I asked them, why don't you open an account? They tried all the banks in Panjim, all nationalized bank. Nobody was willing. So since I was staying in Panjim, I told them, if I come on certain days in a month, are you willing to put an account in my branch? But you have to come and open the branch. So all of them came to 17 kilometers to my branch, open an account. Then every now and then, I used to go there, bring the receipt book, take the money in front of their manager, countersigned by him, fill it up, give them the counterfoil. You know, in less than a year, they saved more than 1 lakh of rupees.
Wow.
They never dreamt they would save. And not only that, with that they went back to Bijapur. They bought about 10 acres of land and they installed a irrigation pump set. So while they were working here, the family was earning with a better agricultural output. I mean, these are stories where we have to appreciate that a banker is just not to take deposits and lend and make money. When I come to that topic a little later, the purpose of bank nationalization was to transit from class banking to mass banking.
Yes.
Because there's a huge amount of wealth virtually at the bottom of the social pyramid, which was waiting to be mobilized.
I think in nowadays, the UPI has come, everything has come, every seller, vegetable seller maybe, or auto driver, or everyone is having a banking. Everyone. Okay. Now, you have seen the entire transition over 33 years plus after that your retirement. Now it's more than 10 years.
Yeah, I almost, 2010, then as a director retired in 2014. So 11 years now.
11 years now. You have retired 11 years back and again here 33 years earlier. That is 44 years of experience. What do you think, what was the changes which happened and how are investor or who everyone is an investor who is opening a bank, right? Like any one or the other way, they are investing their money. What are the nowadays, especially I'm asking because earlier days gone now, but nowadays technology is improving. There is a lot of scams are also happening, and people are scared something especially our senior citizens and all. In these cases, what are some precautions they can take so that they can save themselves?
See, the point is, as I said, prior to nationalization of banks, commercial banks were very selective. You couldn't open an account in the bank without somebody introducing you.
Correct.
That time, that was a KYC, know your customer means.
Correct.
The bank would open only customers who they felt were reliable.
Correct.
One is that you should be a resident and that you are reliable and you are some kind of income. But now, after especially after the government brought in the Aadhaar, the identity issue is very much simplified.
Correct.
Now you don't require somebody to introduce you a bank account.
Correct.
You can take your Aadhaar or your passport or your... Only thing is you have to convince the bank that what are your means of income?
Correct.
Because that is the international standard now.
Yes.
The KYC, one is your identity proof, who you are, and the other one is what is your source of income or savings. The banks are required to, under law, to have some kind of assessment so that in case at any point of time a huge amount of money comes in,
they should know
what probably you normally earn. The bank should be able to explain that it is money not coming from crime or from some theft or from some money laundering or selling of drugs. So that is now, we are part of the international agreement on anti-money laundering. That banking system should not be used for funds of crime.
Okay.
So KYC is not because banks enjoy doing it, but that is a statutory requirement. But now with Aadhaar, and now you've got multiple choices. Your PAN is okay, your voter ID is there. So one of these is given, the banks, and you don't have to take your neighbor or your friend to introduce you. Okay. Business accounts, yes, they normally make some inquiries. And over a period of time, especially after the liberalization 1991, with private sector banks competing for business, the public sector banks have become more friendly. They were very friendly earlier, but over a period of time, because of the rapid growth and the pressure on them to achieve targets, the government is to give huge targets for agriculture finance, small scale industry, small transport operators, and then local politicians will pressurize the branch manager. So there will be a lot of paperwork. But now after liberalization, with more private sector banks coming, of course they have been trying to take the cream, that the well-to-do, but still banks have brought in computerization. Now the paperwork is reduced. Of course, those who are aged, those who are not highly literate, they find it a bit difficult. But still, in many banks, they have a "May I help you" counter. They are supposed to help them. And with this digital banking, sitting at home, you can open an account, you can update your KYC, You can transfer funds from your account to your children's account, or children can transfer to your account. You can send remittance.
Yes.
So that way, modern banking is quite efficient and customer friendly. But I won't say that every branch is customer friendly. There are good people. There are people who want to finish their work and go.
Yes.
Well, it depends upon the head of the branch.
Correct.
He's proactive. He can counsel the branch. No, they are good customers. You please entertain them. And if you are got digital banking and if you go for online banking, automatically you can go to the bank's website and get a lot of information and clarification without going to the branch.
Correct. Nowadays, very rare people are going to branches.
Young people, elderly people, they still prefer to go to the bank.
Yes.
One thing is, I asked one of the people, why you come to the branch? See, if I come here, I made some friends.
Yeah.
I can talk to them. And some of the staff is known to me. So we exchange some pleasantries. Sitting at home, sometimes nobody talks to us. Children are all working outside. Wife is busy with the kitchen work, or husband is busy with his other work. So they feel that coming to the branch sometimes helps them to meet friends. So in fact, in Bank of Maharashtra, we have started a program that we had a problem on pension days. We had a huge base of pensioners.
Okay.
So old people and young people in the queue, there's always a conflict that why these people should be coming there. But they come on pension day.
Correct.
Not all people who want to draw salary will come. So what we did was an experimental basis in certain places. We put in exclusive kiosks and a small places like this with a coffee machine, some reading magazines, and even a television. The pensioners said, we put an automatic ATM for them, where with thumb impression they could operate. But they didn't go there. They said, we want to come to the counter. So that was a big problem. So then he said, okay, we created a special counter where they could exclusively come, read the paper, drink coffee, meet their friends, take their own time. There was no pressure on my counters between the youngsters who want to rush, draw the cash and rush, and the elderly people who like to spend more time in the branch.
Correct. I think these are some of the initiatives which has brought when you are in banking sector.
There were some of the places they have tried this, and it has earned a lot of goodwill because pensioners are not just drawing pensions. Will they happy with you? Now that banks are also marketing insurance products, they are marketing mutual funds through their tie-up with mutual funds. These people will also come to know, okay, I got so much in my savings account, it earns only 3% or 4%. Bank deposit gives me now just about 7.60. If I put there, I get dividend, then after some time the value goes up.
Yes.
I can withdraw after 5 years at a higher value. So some of them transfer their funds to mutual funds through the bank. The bank earns a commission. So wealth management also has become a part of the universal banking after liberalization. Earlier were not. So after 1991, even public sector banks have become very competitive.
Yeah, till that they were serving only for keeping deposits,
Lending.
keep lending.
That's all.
But now a lot of other services they give, but there is some advantages and disadvantages as well, because from my community which I heard is like they normally come. I went for bank for one reason and they told me to do this, and there is a pressure in the sense
They're not supposed to.
Yeah, they know.
They can canvas.
Correct.
But
they should not force.
And
another problem is in banking, as I know, once in 3 years there is a transfers. Okay, when there is a sales pressure as well. Like they have these
target.
And they wanted to meet the targets, and they get a customer readily. They need not to go out and search, and they do that one. Of course, there is a positive and negative that is left to you, like where you have to select who should be your financial advisor, that you have to select. But this podcast, what we are doing, we are not telling you to buy or not to buy. It is only for the information how banks work and what are the facilities banks are having, and how you can make use of your resources, your funds in a better way. Okay, now I want to ask a question related to banking. As you served many years there, like we are couple or viewers have a lot of questions like this. Because even I read one of my videos said that your money is not safe in bank. In the sense, as government RBI is saying, we give only 5 lakh insurance. Okay, can you explain more about that? Because suppose imagine like in how many banks I can keep deposits. Is there any limitation? Second, if I keep in multiple banks also, do I get an insurance from that basic 5 lakh limit? And related to that, like
see, the point is this: insofar as it is this deposit insurance, banks, if they want, they can insure for more, but they have to pay a premium.
Okay.
But minimum is now maximum 5 lakhs was allowed. Now I think there is a bill in the parliament which wants to raise it to 10 lakhs.
Okay.
And it is per bank.
Per bank.
Per
bank per person.
Per person. Okay. Now your wife's account is different, yours is different. Don't have to worry about it. If you have got in multiple banks, that 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs is for each bank.
Each bank. Correct.
Okay. Of course, that is unfortunate that you are forced to keep your money in several banks. Becomes hassle-free. But insofar as banks in general are concerned, the regulator is very strict, and in the last 20 years, neither a public sector bank nor a private sector bank has been allowed to go bankrupt. Okay. So what the Reserve Bank of India has got a system of assessing how is a bank's financial health. And they give sufficient time to warn, then put restrictions, and then if it finds that the bank is not able to manage, then they will ask a stronger bank to take over. For example, when I was in Oriental Bank of Commerce as executive director, we took over the Global Trust Bank. It was a very fine bank, very good technology, and very good business, but there was some problem with the investments and all. So they were not able to run the bank according to the Reserve Bank requirements. So Reserve Bank asked Oriental Bank to take it over. So we took it over. Not a single depositor lost his money. And not only that, we inherited a loss of nearly 5,000 crores. But because the business was good and the employees were also very knowledgeable and skilled, we could wipe out that loss as against 5 years in less than 3 years. So that way, to my knowledge, no private sector or public sector bank has gone bankrupt in the last 2 decades. Cooperative banks have gone. The point is, cooperative banks till recently had total control under the state government. Because they come under the Cooperative Societies Act. But then about a couple of years back, the banking law has been amended. Now all cooperative banks, especially urban cooperative banks, they come under the financial control of Reserve Bank of India. Administrative control still lies with the state government, but financial control and so on lies with the Reserve Bank of India. So now Reserve Bank of India closely monitors the performance of cooperative banks, and there were some 2-3 cooperative banks because of mismanagement and fraud by the directors or somebody. They were about to be closed down, but except one DHFL, only one Kalupur Bank or something, they were under liquidation. But then there is sufficient, as now the Enforcement Directorate under the money laundering, they attach the assets created out of their fraud and they pay back to the customers. So, but except one, in most of the cases, those banks were taken over by other banks, scheduled commercial banks, and depositors did not lose total money. In 1 or 2 small banks, of course, they lost some part of it, though not totally.
So that means here investor has to be very aware.
Very choosy.
You have to see what type of bank it is, what is the backup they have, who are the directors, because it seems like it's a business nowadays. You see, everywhere bank is also doing a business. So you should know how their growth story, who are the directors, and what is their motive to start a bank. Because Because tomorrow it should not be like that, taking all the money and because there are a lot of even in Karnataka, a lot of cooperative societies which gone bankrupt. Now they filed a case and still the case is running on. See, your money may not go anywhere, but when you are getting your money is most important thing. You need now, and you may get that money after 10 years. What's the use? And in the entire 10 years, you are like totally in a stress, totally in a depression, like because you cannot use that money.
What has happened is, you see, there are two things. One thing is sometimes the cooperative banks or societies are very close to your residence, especially in rural areas. To visit a commercial bank, you have to go far away, number one. Number two, you find that they are more friendly than a public sector or even a private sector bank. And then more than anything, they give you a higher rate of interest.
Yes.
So now people must realize that don't go by the rate of interest.
Rate of interest.
Always find out how efficiently, how transparently that bank, private, public or cooperative is managed. And regularly you get reports, and especially they're supposed to publish annual reports. Look into that. What is their non-performing assets? How is their lending? What are the auditor's observations? So especially if you are a shareholder, you must attend the annual general body meetings and closely read the annual report.
Correct.
Reserve Bank requires them to publish important data.
Yeah.
If you carefully go through that, you will know whether a lot of money is being spent on unnecessary expenditure. You should question it. Do you find that the gross NPAs are large but net NPAs are low because profits are plowed into provisions to show loss? So I will always say insist on knowing what are the gross NPAs.
Correct.
The gross NPAs really shows you whether you are managing your lending prudently.
Yes.
If not, you have to be cautious.
Yes.
Some amount is okay. So ultimately, the public should take informed decision.
Yes.
You have a lot of information available. You decide. Don't just be guided by the interest rate.
Yeah.
Just as recently, a lot of people in Udupi and Dakshina Kannada lost money. Somebody promised them 16, 17, 18, 20% returns by investing, and they fell for online. And they lost several lakhs.
Correct.
So when you have got public institutions like Stockholding Corporation of India, there are organizations, registered organizations, regulated by the RBI and by the Securities Exchange Board of India, which are licensed to run advisory services. Why do you go to somebody unknown to your phones? See, I can give you returns, and you immediately give.
Yes.
Educated people are into that.
Yes.
See, the government and the police cannot do what you are supposed to do.
Correct.
Of course, they can help you to recover, but takes time.
Takes time. So that is correct. You should be financially literate. You should know where you can put your money, and that too how much, because that is called as a diversification. Don't put all of your money in one basket. You want to experiment. Even I tell my investor always, like, see, if suppose you have 1 crore rupees, out of 1 crore, maybe maximum 5 to 10 lakh, you can take a risk, because it should not be something like, even if you lose that 10 lakh, it should not impact your life tomorrow. Of course, we have to take a risk, that is there, because high risk, high reward always. But at what cost? It should not impact your life. So there is a good insights which you have given. I just wanted to ask another question, like about lockers. Like you are in banking sector, how actually lockers work? What is the money they have to pay for the lockers? What are the items they have to keep or things they have to keep inside the locker? Tomorrow, if last year there was one bank which has gone in a flood, okay, if that is a situation, or tomorrow there is a robbery, or like anything can happen, like any accident can happen. In that case, how much either their money or the documents or anything, the value of the items which they kept inside the locker, that will be given to the investors or locker holders.
See, locker is actually not a banker-client relationship. It is a relationship like, you have kept something for security.
Correct.
Okay, it is a side business.
Yes.
Now, there are two things. Banks earlier, to give locker, they used to say, give me so many lakhs of deposits or like that. Later on, Reserve Bank came with the guidelines. You should not link allotting a locker to the amount of deposits you can bring.
Okay.
They brought on regulation saying that you can ask for a security deposit for two purposes. One is sufficient to recover the cost in case the locker holder doesn't pay the locker rent annually. and it goes on accumulating. And once it has crossed a particular time, then for the bank, there's no option but to break open the locker. Now, for that, the bank has to give notice.
Okay.
Registered notice to the last known address, then put a newspaper notification. It costs. Then they have to call the Godrej or whichever manufacturer to send a man to break it open.
Oh.
Because there are two keys for a locker.
Okay.
One is used by the locker hirer, one by the branch official.
Okay.
Unless the locker hirer has put his key and the branch official has put, the locker will not open.
Oh, there means two keys must.
The must.
Okay.
After the locker hirer has closed his locker, okay, the branch cannot open it.
Oh.
He will come and lock it.
Okay.
But he cannot open it.
Okay.
You have to call the manufacturer to break it open.
Okay.
Therefore, the banks is to insist that you keep a fixed deposit, which will earn interest. The interest should be adjusted toward the locker rent, either one. Or you make arrangements, the deposit is such that it is a little more than the so on. And in case there is a default on your part, we can recover the cost of advertisement. And cost of what you called breaking open and auctioning. Okay. So to that extent, Reserve Bank permits now.
Okay.
Is one day. Secondly, there are Reserve Bank guidelines and government guidelines. In your locker, you cannot keep what you call combustible like petrol or gelatins or weapons like revolver and all. Yes. It's not allowed.
Okay.
You cannot keep electronic goods. You cannot keep cash.
Oh, cash also you cannot.
You can keep documents. You can keep gold jewelry. Gold or gold jewelry. Yes.
Okay. Whether do they check also?
No. Banks don't take responsibility for it. Now, from the last 2 years, the Reserve Bank has again brought in norms that all customers have to give an agreement which specifically mentions that they are aware of these prohibited items. They declare that they won't keep anything which is prohibited, and if something is there, they are liable, number one.
Okay.
Number two is that there is a provision that they have to, that in the event of there being a loss by natural calamity or fire, the bank will reimburse you, compensate you, maximum limit is mentioned in the agreement. I'm not sure because I'm not using a locker, but I think it's related to the amount of rent you are paying, the size of the locker and all. So there is a limit to which the bank will reimburse you.
Yeah. So that means 100% is there is no guarantee that whatever you keep inside.
Because bank won't know what you have kept. So you can declare I kept gold worth 1 million. But it may not be. You may not even be having 10,000 rupees worth. So bankers do not check what you are keeping.
Oh, that is what is interesting. Even I don't have any locker, and
banks do not check. Not check what we are keeping inside.
So I think this is very interesting. Dear viewers, you can just make a note of it. One thing when you keep in locker, bankers doesn't know what you are keeping. So you have to be very careful about the things which you should not keep, because you cannot keep those things. And when there is any bankruptcy or a flood or any other calamities which happen, and if your locker, you lost the locker, you lost a bank and you lost a locker, then definitely you will not get the exact amount of things which you have kept. It depends upon the rent which you are paying for the locker and as per the agreement. So because they will not check what you are keeping. So be careful about that and be aware about that, and then take a right decision when you are keeping items in a locker, because you have to pay interest for that as well, because as a rent you have to pay. There are a lot of people who normally, as I understood, because when I do interact with my clients and all, they normally say that I have a lot of gold, I kept gold in banks, because normally they invest but they will keep it in banks. Then totally they are not yielding anything, but they are paying a rent for that, because it's a totally you are not gaining anything, but you are losing the value of that as well.
So that's why anybody who's hiring a locker, take the agreement form, quickly go through that and understand what is bank's liability, what is your liability.
Correct.
Okay, so that's very important.
Yeah, that is the awareness you should have. You should know what is your liability and what is bank's liability. Then tomorrow you cannot blame bank and bank cannot blame you, right? It is a mutual understanding. Okay, they are just giving you one facility where you can keep your things there in a safer way. But again, it is not 100% safe. Okay. So now we have discussed about the frauds which is happening and how they should be aware. We discussed about like lockers. We discussed about the FD amount and all. Okay. Now I just wanted to ask like now the senior citizens are there. Okay. Maybe many a times they don't want to go to the bank, or like many professionals, many scammers nowadays. Especially they call to senior because they know that senior citizen people are the one like where they can make a lot of money, because I saw some of series and all like how they fool a people. So in this case, like you're also a senior citizen, but you have a qualification or profession where you worked in banking sector. But as per that view, I'm asking one as a banker, second one as a senior citizen. What is the advice you want to give to senior citizens, especially when it comes to banking or like any other banking services?
Okay. See, the digital banking, where you can do banking on mobile, give instructions, it is being exploited by fraudsters, and they're all educated, many of them young people in different parts of India, or sometimes because laws are strict here, they go and go to Malaysia or Indonesia and operate from there, Indians, with the connivance with people from locally, and they make calls.
Yeah.
I got at least in the last 1 month, 10 to 20 calls.
Oh my God.
Telling me that I'm speaking from the enforcement directorate. We are going to come and check your residence. So please go to the link. I simply told them, I just bluffed and said, I'm a police officer. You will be arrested. And I switched it off. Of course, you need not do that, but the point is be careful. Police, enforcement directorate, Reserve Bank never contact you on the mobile.
Yes.
Or on your email. Yes. Income tax department sends you an email when you have filed the returns or when they find that your returns are not correct. But there is a specific, what you call identity for income tax.
Yes.
Okay, you cannot reply back except when they ask for a reply. It is only a notice.
Correct.
Now, Reserve Bank repeatedly tells the people, don't respond to any message on your mobile. Yeah. Mostly it's like this. Your KYC is expired. Your account will be, and English also is very bad. Your account will be expired.
Yes.
Please note that bankers don't use such
words.
English.
Yes.
Okay. So, and bank will send you, please regarding your KYC, come and please contact your branch manager.
Yes.
So, I receive calls from some of the pensioners, educated ladies, very elderly, 80 years, 80, they get very much panicky. I got a message, it says your KYC is so on. So I said, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Talk to your branch manager and say what does it want.
Yes.
Okay, have the branch manager's number and say. Most of the time that message is wrong.
Yes.
Now the government is coming up with a solution. It must already be implemented that all banks and financial institutions have to adopt a particular code which will be known to them and the customers. Okay. So any message going to a customer will have that prefix or the suffix.
Okay.
So the customer will know, and that prefix or suffix will be made known to the customers.
Okay.
Only such messages they should entertain.
Okay.
Okay. And all messages, telephone calls, messages emanating from a bank, say Canara Bank, will start with a particular number.
Okay.
Nobody else will be allotted that number by the telecom, by the Airtel, or they are not supposed to give those numbers to anybody else. So once that comes, probably this kind of calls will turn off. But kindly note, people are very intelligent. They are always ahead of the law.
Yes. Correct.
So we should be very careful. Don't get frightened when somebody says your account will be now seized, or contact the concerned branch and say it's, and they'll inform you.
Yes.
Go to the branch and say, in case you are very sick, telephone to the branch manager. Now there is a provision that if you make a request, the bank will send its officer to your residence to help you out. Not every day, but in a necessity, I arrange that way for some of my, even after retirement, some of the people ask me, and I tell the branch manager, please send somebody, you have got a provision.
Correct.
They may charge you a small transport fee. Sometimes they don't charge also, especially pensioners. So this kind of frauds are taking place.
Yes.
And another one is, if you please, there's a link, please check on that. If you don't put on the link, nothing happens. But the moment out of curiosity, you go to the link and check, that your mobile will be having data about your account.
Correct.
Especially if you're having a mobile banking facility. They'll copy everything and take out your money.
Correct.
So don't click on any links on the mobile.
Yes.
Go to the branch, take the help and do those things.
Yes, thank you so much for that is, I think, very much valued information what you have given. Because even I have done couple of videos in my YouTube as well about the scams and all. So especially it is not only for senior citizen, even for the professionals, highly qualified professional, because nowadays we are so busy. We are so busy in a lot of things and we don't even have patience and time to see what exactly it is. And many a times why the scammers take a lot of money, the reason is even I got scammed. I will scared to inform the police officer, or like I don't want to go and tell to the public saying that okay what they will think, or like they may be saying that okay this person has so much of money, like that and all. So that is the reason. So please don't share any OTPs. That's the first thing. Don't click any links. And many a times nowadays, as he mentioned, like they call. It may not be only from the bankers. I got a call from like priest. They are not actual priest. I got a call from like different courier offices. They call and say that your courier is going back. They call and say that I'm a priest from the so and so group. So I have sent you a Zoom link. Then you just open the Zoom link. I straight away said them, I don't want to attend any prayer group. No, ma'am, you just open your phone. There is one code is there. You just let me know. See, as you give that code, they definitely send and you can see that code. And when the code comes, like if you share, as Mr. Allen said, like entire data which you have stored in your mobile, it will be leaked to them and they can make a lot of money with that.
They'll get all your contacts.
Yeah.
They will send appeals in your name for donations.
Correct.
For saying that I'm in an emergency in a hospital.
Yes.
And then they will take money. So that's one thing. So please don't fall for that. Recently that has come in the name of, as you said, priests, institutions.
Yes.
And one day I got a message on WhatsApp. I am so and so. I badly need money. I said, he has my mobile number. You would have called me up.
Yeah.
I never responded to it because they provide a link. Yeah. Okay. And secondly, my request to all the audience: never make investments on the basis of a mobile call. Your money, unless it's easy to earn money. Nobody should, simply somebody says you will get 60% returns or 20% return. This is my mobile, and no, there are registered licensed wealth advisors. In Mangalore, there are many of them. You can find out. Go to them, because they got an office. They have got RBI license or SEBI license. They will guide you. They don't charge you anything. And you know that they are genuine. They won't run away.
Yes.
On mobile, somebody tells, I'm a stockbroker. Yes. I can arrange very good returns for you. And I found that educated people are simply giving them money.
Correct.
They are transferring to NEFT or sending to bank.
Yes.
It is not done.
Yes. Okay, now
very dangerous. Yeah.
That is very interesting and good value. So I just wanted to ask now about the investment part. Like, as you are a banker, okay, now you retired from the banking sector. Definitely you have your own way of investing, because a lot of people are watching this podcast or like our video, especially for the financial knowledge or literacy part. Now, as a banker and as an investor, how your portfolio has distributed, because you know what is the return you are getting in bank, you know what is the different investments we can do it. Just for the sake of the guidance, like I'm not asking the number of lakhs which you have invested. I'm asking the percentage. Like if it is 100%, how you will distribute your wealth.
Yeah, the first thing is, the most simple thing is, you have to see what at what age you want to start investing. It's very important. At that point of time, you are aware what will be your income. 5 years, 10 years down the line, you know what will be your income. Because if you are in a government job or in a business, you know approximately every year what is increase in your income.
Correct.
Then, over the next few years, what is the kind of expenditure you are going to have?
Yes.
Now, in case you don't have a steady job, then you have to ensure that what is your living expenses, minimum.
Yes.
So to earn that, in case you lose your job or if something happens, you don't have insurance,
Yeah.
you should be able to get something which will take care of your minimum living expenses.
Basic expenses. Yeah.
You have to make such investments which are safe, liquidable. I mean, easily in case of emergency can be withdrawn and used, and which gives you reasonable return.
Correct.
And you have to therefore look at investment which are now today any investment, especially mutual funds, etc. They give you a diagram. What kind of schemes are high risk?
Yes.
What kind of things are medium risk?
Yes.
Low risk.
Yes.
So low risk, they also indicate what could be the yield per earning. Medium risk, high risk. Now, if you have got a lot of income and this is only a pocket money you are putting in,
Yes.
you are willing to lose that,
Correct.
maybe you can go for a high risk
Yes.
where the returns are more
Yes.
or the losses are also high.
Yes.
Now, moderate returns, normally they put the mutual funds, put it in a mix of debt,
Debt and
equity.
equity. Correct.
Okay. Now, for me, my living style is very simple. So, I don't have a high lifestyle.
Okay.
So our needs are, of course, we have good food and all that, but my wife also is not very much after, what they say, too much of party going and all.
Okay.
We are okay. So what I've done is all my gratuited provident fund which I obtained when I retired, I kept it in the respective banks. But what I've done is during my service, I used to put at least about 10 to 15% in public provident fund.
Okay.
That's a very good investment because one thing is it has a tax benefit.
Yeah.
Now because the government has raised the tax limit to 7 lakhs, now it's going up to 10 lakhs.
Yeah.
And there's two methods of filing.
Correct. Old tax regime and new tax.
I find that for many that may not make sense, but still you should do it because that is a very good investment for the future, safe and sound.
Yeah.
But the payment is guaranteed by the government. Number one. Number two, I kept about another 10 to 15% in mutual funds. And that also not high yielding. I put in medium risk mutual fund where the equity and debt say is around 30-60 or 40-60.
Yeah.
And I found that the returns are around 12 to 15%.
Yes.
I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Okay. Some people may think, oh, I'll go for 30%. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's depend upon your goals.
Yeah.
Because then when I was the director of NIBM, because I had a bungalow and there was no rent for that. So, I was already receiving income from my, I had not opted for pension. I kept my old deposit in banks. Bank interest was more than adequate. So that was additional income. So I put all that I saved into infrastructure bonds.
Okay.
So the government came out with infrastructure bonds. Now they are not there. So those infrastructure bonds, I put about 15% of my earnings. That gave me a good yield of ranging between 10 to 15% again. And they are all secured bonds.
Correct.
So my idea was, many of them are maturing now after I retired. So now last year, this year I had to replace my old car, which is more than 15 years. So I used my
That money.
mutual funds, the capital gains, and some of the infrastructure bonds. So I did not draw from my
Principal.
rings.
Yeah. Okay.
So that way you have to plan out over a period of time what you will require. And it's not very difficult.
Correct.
There are also wealth advisors who guide you. But don't go for very high returns.
Yes.
Except for a small amount which you are willing to lose.
Correct.
Okay. But if you want stable, secure, go for low to moderate risk. A good mix. Low risk, moderate risk, and a little bit of high risk.
Correct.
And put in mutual funds, infrastructure bonds. I even put in government gold bonds. But we don't buy jewelry, gold and all. So I put into some amount in government's gold,
Sovereign gold bonds. Yeah.
So they are okay. And then bank deposits.
Yes, there was a fantastic, what we can say, proposition what he has done as per his age and as per his
My requirements.
requirements. Correct. See here, all viewers, just we clarify this thing as a chartered wealth manager. What I am saying is, it's the view from Mr. Allen as a banker. What he has done as per him.
My lifestyle.
Yeah, as per his lifestyle. It may not be suitable for you. The important thing is diversify your funds. That is very important. The basics, as he mentioned, that is common for everyone. Keep aside for emergency fund, which is there for you. Even you are in any category for that matter. As per your lifestyle, how much money you need for every month, maybe for 6 to 1 year a month, my amount you have to keep aside, so that nowadays there are a lot of layoffs which is happening. And you may not be knowing that tomorrow your job is there or not. You have to adopt the changes and you have to then go back to the next line, or maybe it may be totally different. It may take time, but you should have an emergency. That definitely, that fund you can keep it in banks, because anytime you can withdraw that money.
One thing I want to one is,
Yeah.
Today, healthcare is a big
Correct.
expenditure item. Okay.
Yes.
Now the insurance premium are very expensive.
Yeah.
So we must all have some kind of a health and life insurance.
Yes.
That also about 10%, 5 to 10% you can invest. In fact, the government came that Prime Minister Vaya Vandana Yojana.
Yes.
I invested about 15 lakhs in that.
Yes.
It gives very good return, since every 3 months or 1 month you get some kind of annuity.
Yes.
And that is good. Added to
Yes.
that, when that investment, earlier it was 15 lakhs, now they have made it, I think, 15 lakhs. Then there was a senior citizen savings scheme. The rate of interest is steady, around 7.5 to 8% it was. And it had some tax benefits.
Yes.
So a mix of these gives you a very, I would say,
Reasonable.
returns.
Yes. I think.
And takes care of your risks.
Yes, yes. When you grow older, you may not take much risk in your investments, because that you need at any time. So my suggestion to all my viewers: have an emergency fund, have a basic health insurance and life insurance, which it is need. But health insurance, accidental, everyone need that, because accidental will cover a disability, and health will cover a hospitalization expenses, which is increasing 14 to 17% rate of return inflation every year. Don't compromise on that. So that's the important thing. Then maybe whatever the money you have, based on your needs, based on your goals, based on your lifestyle, how much money you need, you just keep that in mind, and then diversify based on your requirement. As you mentioned, mutual funds, stocks, then bonds, then there are different yojanas, like Prime Minister yojanas, other bonds are there, sovereign gold bonds are there, but everything differs with their own like positive and negative. Some may give a security but may not give very good returns, because you have to see what is important for you. Security, returns, as per your age slab, as per your goals, you just fix it. This is not a financial advice. This is a awareness which we are giving here on different perspective. Okay, that was fantastic. Today's podcast was totally related to our finance, and as you were having a vast experience of 44 years of experience in your field, I think you were the right person here to.
I don't know that, but
Yeah, definitely, because we got a lot of information and value addition for our all viewers. Thank you so much for your time. And sharing your wisdom. So may I wish you a good
same to all my viewers. Safety from fraudsters. Be careful and have a good life.
Yes.
And today we have got a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
But we have to be careful,
Yes.
because just as we are also anxious to have good returns, there are enough people to want to earn without working.
Yes.
So they come out with fantastic ideas how to cheat people.
Yes.
So you have to be very cautious. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yes. Invest in those high return investments, only whatever you can afford to lose. Not the entire money. So that is the reason basic requirement is very, very important. Basic safety is important. Moderate return is important. After that, you can take a risk. So dear viewers, thank you so much for watching this podcast, and we had a fantastic guest today with us, Mr. Alan Pereira. From his last 44 years of experience, he shared his knowledge and wisdom with you all. I hope you all like this podcast. Thank you so much for watching this, and please do share this video with all the senior citizens, because today senior citizen with a lot of wisdom he has shared his information. And please like and subscribe and click the bell icon so that you will not miss the next episode. Thank you so much. Till then, take care. Bye bye.